In today's video, we're going to talk about how to save money without sacrificing your lifestyle.
Hey guys,
it's Joseph.
And Tasha with One Big Happy Life. We make videos about how to find balance, build wealth, and live your happy. So if you are all about creating a life that you love on your own terms, then we make videos just for you. So be sure to thumbs up and subscribe for more of our videos.
So we love saving money as much as the next person, but we also don't want to really impact our lifestyle if we don't have to, because everybody grows accustomed to living a certain way and it's enjoyable but it's important that you don't let your lifestyle hurt your budget and get you into trouble. And so how do you save money without really impacting your lifestyle? Well, here's some tips and tricks. Number one, always ask for discounts and promotions.
Like, you never know what kinds of deals they'll be running in the background that you may not be aware of, or what kinds of coupons they might have right there behind the register. So a couple of weeks ago, when I was redoing our home office, so we went to Sherwin-Williams to pick out the initial colors, and they were having a 40% off sale. Well, I got a couple samples because I wasn't sure about some of the colors, and then I meant to come back before the sale was over, but then they closed super early. And so I didn't make it back that day. I didn't make it back till a week after the sale had ended. But when I got there, the people there actually remembered us and gave us the discount anyway, because I mentioned it. I'm like, oh, well, I meant to come back and I missed it. And they're like, oh, well, we can hook you up. And so if I hadn't said anything, then I would have just ended up paying full price. So that was like 40% off, just from saying, hey, can you give me a discount? And there's nothing wrong with asking.
That's right. The answer is always no, unless you ask.
Yeah.
Also, to be memorable to people, if you shop with a selfie stick, it really helps out. Another thing is try to lower your bills by shopping around. So there, especially if you're in a big city, there are going to be lots of cable providers, lots of internet providers, and go ahead and get a whole bunch of quotes.
Yeah, Joseph is super excited. I'm sure he'll want to talk about and you know what I'm talking about.
Our gigabit internet connection. Yeah, so I frequently go on and see, well, can I get a better internet connection? Because we upload and download a lot of things and we stream constantly. And so we wanted just lightning fast internet. And so I shop a lot. Well, then turns out here's this promotion that for I think $20 more per month, we can get internet that is 10 times as fast. 10 times as fast. So we went from 75 megabits per second, it's over 10 times, to 1,000 megabits. That's a gigabit internet connection. It is amazing.
Yeah, but we actually did end up saving quite a bit because we purchased a router, which we weren't able to do with the lower internet connection. So we were able to purchase a router and stop renting a router. And so then the gigabit connection cost like even less than it would have otherwise cost. Another example is cell phones. So we're constantly scoping out cell phone service, budget cell phones, looking at when cell phone deals come along. So we have a whole bunch of super old, super budget cell phones just kind of laying around. And so last year when I needed a new phone, the Samsung Galaxy S8 happened to just be coming out, and Samsung was offering a deal where if you just send in a working smartphone, they would cut half the price off. And so I'm like, well, great, because I wanted a phone that I could use to get wet and stuff for our videos. But I didn't like the idea of paying $800 for a phone, but throwing in a phone that was $100 when we first bought it to get $400 off of my Samsung Galaxy that we could use for YouTube, that was a sweet deal. So perfect example of how shopping around can help us get things at a cheaper price.
Okay, so this next tip is how to use discounts with credit cards. So a lot of times stores will have their own promotions, their own store branded credit card, and they'll give you, it seems like it's pretty typically 5% off from the store if you use their credit card. Now, obviously, if you don't use credit cards, just close your ears because this will hurt. But go ahead and get that 5%. Like if it's if it works into what you want for your credit score and all that, you can have a store card. You can have lots of store cards, and that doesn't matter. The key here and this is crucial, pay that thing off and don't go out of your budget. Don't buy things that you wouldn't otherwise buy. Just buy the things that you're already going to buy and get 5% off. And that works pretty well.
Another fave of ours, of course, are the online shopping discount apps like Ebates. And per usual, we will have the link to our Ebates code down below. If you want to click that to support our channel, you'll get, I think it's $15 or $10, something like that, for signing up for Ebates, and we'll get like $10 or $15, something like that. But it's just a super easy way to get cash back while you're shopping. Stuff that you were already going to buy, Ebates just pops up and says, hey, we can offer 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 8% back on this purchase just by clicking the Ebates button. So that's like a no-brainer.
Another thing is to find lower cost alternatives to things that you're already buying.
Dupes, as they're called in the fashion/makeup world, which is fun because right now
flash in your list of contacts or devices.
Why Alexa keeps doing that in the middle of us recording videos, I don't even know. I didn't even say echo this time, so I don't know. But I am working on like revamping my skincare routine to, you know, help make sure that my skin stays nice and supple, not subtle, as I age. And so I've been trying out a lot of samples that are, yes, higher end skincare products, but then I also go online and Google to see if people have found really great dupes. So I actually just bought some Nivea branded Japanese chemical based sunscreen that's supposed to be thinner and not have a white film that compares to I don't remember the exact name. I think it's Shiseido. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it was like a little tube for like $55, and I'm like, this is really nice, but can I find a cheaper alternative that does it, you know, almost just as well and feels almost as luxurious for a much smaller price? I think the answer is yes. We'll see. The verdict's out on that. My order is in. It's shipping from Japan. Hopefully I'll get it like next week.
People can probably understand why I hate lotions and things after all of this. It's so complex. There are lotions everywhere in our house now.
Joseph needs to understand the plight of the dry-skinned person, okay? Like, seriously, I was at the dermatologist because of an issue I'm having with like my foot, and the dermatologist is like, you need to like soak and moisturize. You must do this. So it's a thing.
Doctor's orders.
Yes.
All right. Another thing, don't pay too much for insurance. And so really it's shopping around, like we talked about before, because periodically one insurance might have a deal over another one. And this is everything. All of your 7 types of insurance that you should have.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video, we'll drop a card here for you guys to check that out. And so it's not just your car insurance or your homeowner's insurance, also your health insurance. So we're heading into health insurance season. If you know I think even if it's offered in the marketplace, it's kind of like around the end of the year where you can switch up your insurance. Think about your insurance needs for the next year. Like when we knew Alexis needed braces, we started looking into, okay, well, which of these insurers had the best coverage for braces? Or I knew I needed an implant. So we looked at, well, which insurer will have the best coverage? Next year, for example, we're like, okay, will we need a lower deductible plan, or can we go with a higher deductible plan so we can increase the amount of money that we're putting towards our HSAs? That's just a really easy way to save money if you kind of anticipate that your healthcare costs won't be that high next year.
Yeah, and so same goes for all those types of insurance. Make sure you're not getting more coverage than you need. So yearly, do a checkup and make sure you're getting the best deal and covering what you need.
Another thing that you can do is just sign up for deal alerts. So I am a huge fan of, or we both are, of having wants and needs lists. So you keep a running list of things that you want to get. And so since you already know that you're in the market for these things, you can just go ahead and sign up for deals. You'll start getting a feel for how the prices run for that particular item. And so then you'll be ready to jump on a great deal when you see it happen.
Absolutely. And remember, like when things look like they're on sale, they're not always on sale. Amazon gets me sometimes because like, oh, their list price is $100 and it's on sale for $20. But if it's always $20, then you need to know that the deal is actually when it's $15. So
Yeah, so these are just some quick and easy ways to help fit more of the things that you want into the budget that you're actually working with. So down below, comment and share some of your tips with the One Big Happy Life community. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.